Alrighty, so today we have just a build video because I had a couple of requests. So I do have a few variations of the blue-yellow ace deck that I play that you guys see on my videos and on my channel. So I have this version, which I just started playing. It's a little bit more common, I guess, and the less common version, this one. We'll start off with the first one, the more common version. Of course, basically running both big aces, but threes each, so sixes or six total. Four of the babies, because obviously you need more babies than you do the big ones, just because of the way the draw system works. Of course, similar, it's the exact same system with the big Luffy and baby Luffy. I run Trigger Denjiro. Of course, for healing, I use Sanji, Viola, Hiyori. This one doesn't actually run Shanks or Whitebeard, Yellowbeard. They both can do healing, and Shanks, if they have more than 7 cards in hand, it does essentially banish damage on play, which is awesome. This one has a little bit of removal with 3 gravity blades, and of course, the Gum Gum Red Rock, a little bit of pudding for spice, and of course, the 4 big Kaidos 2 and 2. Just switching over to the other one, and again, very similar, but I replaced the baby Luffy and big Luffy with Jinbeis over here, sorry. And of course, I ramp up the aces on this side of the world, and then I get a little bit more pudding. Uh, I've been finding that I'm getting a little bit more success with this version of the deck just because of the consistency with the additional baby Luffy's. Early game plays, more ability to use my leader, or more functionality with my leader ability on cast, because basically the main difference here between this one's still a ton of fun to play, though. It's still a ton of fun. Uh, you're just essentially missing 4 babies, right? So you have 4 fewer options of either using your leader ability or just triggering out a big Luffy or just buffing yourself, which is pretty big for, I guess, the current meta. Previously, I would play something similar to this. I actually had Shanks, this Shanks here. I would run 2 of these Shankses here, and then, of course, like I said, it's flip one face down. So leader ability, 9 on turn. If they have 7 cards in hand, you do true damage to them. Or I would run this yellow beard here. And it's very similar, but it counts as a counter. So it's not just a brick in hand, but it doesn't do the true damage. So you're trading off offense for defense. I find in terms of the actual gameplay, traditionally when I was playing last season, I liked this version better. But since the OP08 did come out, OP07 did come out, I find since I've started playing this one, I'm getting a few more wins just because I could deal with Jewelry Bonnies a little bit better. I could deal with Luffy or Lucci's a little bit better. And those are mainly in the meta right now. So in terms of just gameplay, I do have a couple of videos, but let's just squeak out a normal just for fun. And let's just refresh. Let's play against, I don't know, something that's a little bit more common. See if I can find something that's more in the meta right now. Let's play against, let's play against this Hakutua girl. Yeah, and it's a pretty good start. So I'm going to keep. And blockers are key against the Yamato matchup. I find the Yamato matchup does favor Ace in this situation, just because of the blockers and how cheap Viola is. So right now I'm just going to drop a Sanji, because my next turn, it forces her to swing at my Sanji versus my life. And of course, she's going to swing at my life first with probably 3 cards, so 8 onto face, which I could counter out, but I'm going to just take it. If he hits a Denjiro, it's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I do have the Hiyori to swap up. But again, like I said, usually this is how Yamato usually opens regardless. No trigger. And of course, I get the big Kaido. So I have 1 of each Kaido. Again, just using leader ability. Pretty standard. I'm going to take the heal, the 2k counter. And then I'm going to place onto Sanji. And if you guys are playing this at a very high level, you guys can actually count cards for example, characters that have or when you're facing leaders that have a longer late game. Like if you're facing a Lucci, a Moria, if you're facing, say, for example, a Jewelry Bonnie, or even a Carrot or Enel, you get to place your cards, and because you use your leader ability so much, you could actually pick what you're going to draw based on your cards. And I could show that in another video, or I'll just explain it right now. So when you use your leader ability, of course, you pull 5 cards. You know how many cards you have in your deck. If you're playing in real life, what I would do actually is, it's interesting. So she didn't. Is she going to swing at my Sanji? Oh, okay, of course she is. So in this case, so you know how many cards you have in your deck, and if you are playing in real life, like I said, you wouldn't count your deck. You would just count your total amount of cards in hand, your life, and your trash, and if you have anything on field, right? So it's 6, so I can't really do much here except leader ability and heal again. Throw up that guy, throw up that guy, flip down, and I will throw up a baby ace and swing 7 onto face. And so basically, when I pick those 5 cards, I will know how many cards I have remaining in deck, and if it has to be a multiple of 6. So every multiple of 6 is 1 turn, assuming you use your leader ability, and you can just keep count if you're using your leader ability or not. And in this case, so as an example, when the start of my turn, I draw 1. That's your first card, and then you use your leader ability. You draw 5, and then you place those 5 at the bottom of the deck. If you don't place a card onto the top of your deck. If you do take a card and place it on the top of your deck, just keep in mind the total deck count at the on the sim. It's a lot easier because you can just see how many cards you have in hand. But based on that, every multiple of 6 plus 1 would be theoretically the next draw. So because it's 35 cards in hand, as an example, my next potential draw would be card 31, right? So because it's 6 times 5 is 30, because it's a multiple of 6, I can literally take that as a card to draw if I could place card 31 in the deck. So again, she's going to blast me, probably to go for game, actually. Yeah, and then I'm going to have to sleep 2 of their guys. Oh, this is going to be tough. Right after I said it's a favorable matchup, I'm just going to get blasted in the mouth. 9 on the face. Looks like I had to counter this one, right? So counter, 1. And then he's going to have a 9 onto face with Cracker, which is sad. And then a 6 onto face with Hiyori, which is also sad. Okay, he's going to pop my baby. Oh, okay, cool. He popped my blocker. So I'm going to just do this then. Send these 2 to the bottom. I never want to see them again. And in a situation like this, where I'm not using my leader ability, you got to be mindful of your count. So that if you are counting your cards. So I just lost a turn of 5. So instead of a multiple of 6, it's just plus 1. You're continuing on your math with multiples of 6s, but you're just adding that plus 1. And again, if you guys want me to make a video where I actually draw it out with like Microsoft Paint or something to make it a little bit easier. I know my explanation isn't the greatest, but yeah, it's one of those decks where you can pre-plan and pre-place your hand. And there are games where I've played where I know it's gonna go late game. I know, for example, I'm facing my friend Michael, and I know he plays Enel, and I'm playing against Enel. I know I'm gonna need a red rock later. So, oh geez. Okay, let's do this. Oh golly, I don't want to see him or him anymore. Oh geez. Okay. Anyways, so let's say, for example, I need that red rock. I will place that red rock to be on, I believe, on turn 9, I will draw a red rock, and he will probably have like a Yamato, a Katakuri, a big yellow ace, or something along those lines where I need to red rock. I need the red rock, or I need the big Kaido, or I need the other big Kaido, where at that point in the game, it brings more value than, say, for example, a baby Luffy or a big Luffy or something like that, because I need to start building a bigger board, and he's gonna go for game here. Okay, so I can stop this one, and then he's gonna swing another 2 onto him for free, and then he's gonna do 10. So I'm gonna stop this one, nice and easy, and that disrupts his play because now he has the math, right? So he's still no, he 1, 2, 3. No, he can't win anymore. Not this turn, anyways. And there's the Kiku, and I'm going to. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could just red rock, and then or summon a big Kaido, and then swing, and then swing. Yeah, but that's still potentially game for him. If I remove and then I swing, or if I swing, there is a right way to play here. Just got to math it out. Let's just do it this way. See what he does. So he's going to counter. Of course he is. Just going to clear his board now. And then I'm going to drop big ace. Oh, and if you drop a big Kaido, again, it throws off your count because it fast forwards you 4, but you don't get the 5th card, so you're just going up 5 for the turn rather than 6 for the turn. So again, it's one of those things where, like I said, it's not an unfavorable matchup. It's it's pretty geared towards this style of ace playing because I heal almost every single turn, minus a few turns. I have a decent amount of defense. He's gonna blast the heck out of me. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna die. Oh golly, this is game, isn't it? Oh no. So he's gonna hit me in the face with. So he's gonna use his leader ability, pop 2 on Ezo. So he'll have a 7-7-6. And I could stop one. If he does 7-7-6 or 6-7-7, I mean, I will live. And then, yeah, regardless, I live now. So it's over. And now he doesn't have enough to kill my Kaido either. So this is definitely GG. Huck Tua girl. I don't think this is really truly her. It was close though. It was very close. GG, well played. And that's it. Like I said, you have a lot of control in this deck. There's a lot of removal, a lot of defense because the blockers and the healing. But yeah, it's one of those decks that I have a lot of fun with. I haven't done well in real game tournaments, but again, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.